Hello. If you've read my book, you know I wrote about Jews as it relates to Nobel Prize winners and the staggering percentage we encompass. It is truly mind-blowing, and I encourage everyone to read about it. Since 1901 through half of 2023, and including all categories of the Nobel Prize Jews have won 214. 214 Nobel winners out of a total of 900 or so awards that have given so far. But 214 out of 900 are Jews. How about this? In the United States of America, Jews account for 36% of the entire Nobel awards given to all of Americans. At only 0.02% of the entire U.S. population, most would think that there's no way that's true. Anyways, besides bragging and boasting, and yes, I am, outstanding, I just have to ask the presidents of any college or university in this country, why do you discriminate against Jews on your campus? Harvard and MIT, why do you allow anti-Semitism on your campuses? I obviously understand you allow anti-Semitism to go on without looking at Nobel Prize data, of course. I mean, that's obvious, but I just wanted to call to your attention just in case if you're like 50-50, if you should continue to allow anti-Semitism or not. So I'm trying to, different tactics, I guess. So now here's a way more important indicator you should be taking into consideration in my book. I wrote about how we, as Jews, grew up learning and giving to tzedakah. So I'm confident that an extremely high percentage of Jews give back to their universities. By the way, go check out how much money that we as Jews donate in general. It's a lot. So I must ask, with the lack of security at Harvard and other campuses protecting Jews, is it because we don't give enough money? Is that why we're at the bottom of the flagpole? The job of the president of any university has a few real responsibilities. They have some ancillary ones that come along with the job, but they have a few that are, that's why they brought them in. So I'm going to let people who don't know pretty much the top two. So here are the top priorities, and everything else is just noise that president's responsibilities are. Number one, protect all of its students 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days of the year. There is nothing, zero, nada, more important than this for every college president worldwide. Nothing. That's the number one. Number two, fundraising. Fundraising, get money in, fundraisers, collect money, bring in cash, donations, receive funds. You get the picture. Those are their two roles, top roles. Now, and specifically at Harvard and MIT, a donut could collect the same amount of money as President Gay at Harvard and President Kornbluth at MIT. Not firing Gay and Kornbluth is a stain. It's a stain on both of these schools. It tells everyone that your schools are filled with cowards and your board of trustee members are made up of pussies. Furthermore, it blatantly shows your school feels that number two, which is the money, is more important than number one, safety and security of all of its students. It's unbelievable, right? I want to say again, every Jew from every school that was harassed, bullied, or just felt scared needs to immediately leave those schools and transfer today. Okay? It's not going to hurt you and your age group at all to pull out. What those schools did, or lack thereof, can only, I repeat, only be dealt with immediately by stopping all their funds. Overall, will it stop Harvard? No, but it'll hurt a lot. I'm not going to look it up, but I'm confident Jews have had an amicable relationship with Harvard over the years. But you know what? Fuck them. Furthermore, knowing what we know today, why would one Jew send 1 cent to these universities? Donations, contributions, money to secure sporting events, for tickets or whatever, it needs to stop immediately, right now. When those students needed the administrators from all of those universities in its most important role, they told us to fuck off. I could understand if some of these protests fell through the cracks for like one day, okay? I get that. But it's still going on. Didn't they just have a sit-in at one of the Harvard libraries? It was a quiet, peaceful bullshit That those students felt they had a way to be smart and circumvent Harvard's rules? Nope. 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 Harvard is still embarrassing themselves, but much worse, they're showing that they aren't protecting Jewish students. Again, the ones still protesting, I don't blame, as most of them are extremely naive, ignorant, frankly, a lot of them are just anti-Semitic, and the students know that the administration is backing them 100%. So what on earth has President Gay and President Kornbluth done to warrant keeping their jobs? There's a large pool of candidates to choose from. Do you think those two are the only ones in the country who know how to put a security plan together for their students and know how to kiss ass to raise funds? Come on. It's a slap in the face for every Jew on your campuses, every Jew in this country, and every free citizen of this great nation. Because we shouldn't allow anti-Semitism anywhere. Again, parents, get your kids out of any of these schools where the administration did nothing when it counted and still do nothing today. Donors immediately stop sending money in any form immediately. There are plenty of schools, great schools, that want your kids, and as you know, plenty more will accept your funds. I just watched the video of the rabbi at the Chabad house at Harvard. It's not just the library incident, that just happened. How about this? In quotes, I put Rabbi Hershey Zarki, founder and president of Harvard's Chabad, spoke about anti-Semitism on Harvard University's campus, revealing that he had been instructed by school administrators to hide the menorah lit in Harvard Yard each night due to fears of vandalism or other criminal activities. I mean, what is going on at Harvard? I mean, I'm sorry, just fucking unreal. First, we hear that 1.46% of Harvard's entire faculty is conservative. Then we hear from FIRE, who does the college free speech annual rankings, and Harvard is dead last, and was awarded the lowest score in the history of their rankings this past year. So, just in case you're keeping score at home, Harvard scored the lowest ranking of all time in the university's free speech poll, and Harvard is the same school where only 1.46% of their entire faculty is conservative. When I add those two up, it tells me that Harvard University is without question the least diverse university in the United States of America. I mean, with those numbers, you must be just graduating robots. Or let me emphasize, I'm not saying you need to go out and find conservative faculty members. I'm saying your hiring practices are a fucking joke. What questions are you asking when hiring professors, and who's responsible for the hiring? This is unbelievably ridiculous to me. I don't know how much federal and state money is distributed to Harvard, but come on. Going by my numbers, just to break it down a little bit more, of the 2,400 members of Harvard faculty, 35 are conservative. Look, it's your school, and you can make whatever rules you'd like. If you only want left or left-leaning liberals, hey, it's completely your prerogative. But what kind of education is a, quote, straight ticket, one-way type thinking? You would be a fool to come to this ridiculous type of school. Universities are much more than books. These students are basically paying $60,000 a year to be indoctrinated. What on earth happened to the esteemed, culturally diverse Harvard that takes in the best and the brightest? Here's a quick recap, as I'm just tired of having to point out the obvious. President Gay and President Kornbluth need to go immediately. All current Jewish students need to sit out this quarter or semester while finding a new university immediately. All donations, contributions, or dues by any Jew involved with Harvard, MIT, or any university in this country who won't protect their students needs to stop immediately, including all federal and state funding. Harvard and others have shown they cannot and will not honor the highest oath and priority of any institution, and that is simply protecting its students. And my gosh, having to take a menorah down at night during Hanukkah, whatever Harvard is doing, or certainly lack thereof, is absolutely not working. They're not providing safety, free speech, or even a mild sense of diversity in their faculty. Sorry, world, But Harvard has gone to shit. The entire head of the administration, all of them, need to be fired immediately and just bring in a 10-year-old who I assure you will do 10 times better than the dog shit you currently have. And my gosh, President Kornbluth, you continue the horrific cycle, whatever you want to call it, of being a Jew with authority who I guess feels the need to be liked and to appease, that you want to prove how open-minded you are by not helping your fellow Jews. I can't tell you how low, despicable, cowardly you are. You should be removed from MIT alone on just that. Disgusting. Utterly disgusting. Thanks, MIT, for perpetuating the list of universities who continue to hire and stand by at all cost. President Kornbluth, I hope your lifelong dream of becoming a university president overrides your sense of entitlement to stay under these circumstances. As for my opinion on you, well, you can go f*** yourself. I'll just leave with this. If you go back through all that I've spoken about on this, there was a glaring omission that I wonder if you caught, if anyone caught. That's right. The University of Pennsylvania and that bitch who was the president of their school. Since Penn proactively took the first step with their responsibilities, we should at least give them a little time to get new policies in place before complimenting or criticizing them. Harvard, MIT, you should also be awarded the same courtesy too. Thanks for listening.